Allow me to speak to you guys about something. In case you didn't get it, the earthquake was created by the solar flare. And that solar flare was 7 days before the 7th. I'm telling y'all, watch those temps. Watch the 20th, watch the 30th. Just had an eclipse on the 30th. And then watch 7/11. 7 and the 14th with the Tonga that they're talking about right here. Look at this. They're theorizing that the eruption was caused by a major... Excuse me, I can't help but say the truth. They say the opposite of the truth. They say that Tonga caused a major space event. Bullshit. It's the opposite that happened. It's been happening over and over again. It'll be on these specific days, or after I create a power on a random day. Like I predicted the Tonga earthquake. I could look that up on my BitChute. You see this unusual electric current up there? Extreme winds, blowing down stars with untimely fits. It's the outpouring of the Spirit of God. This is what I do. And this is how I predict these things. This is why the two witnesses are hated by the world. I forget who it was. Actually, I do remember. It was BP Earthwatch. I don't know why I said I forgot who it was. I just forgot their name. It was BP Earthwatch. He was talking about the two witnesses. It ain't the first time he talked about them because the signs are constantly there. It's just they don't believe when I come to their page and show them who I am and tell them now I'm doing these things. Even though I predict these things to the day and hour. And recently, I've actually gotten a couple of things to the second. To the second. Yeah. And the rushing in of him, the Son of God, destroyed them in the second Ezra. That's exactly what you see here. And then there were similar events in this video that I'm about to go over again with y'all and explain. I just kind of wanted to show it to you yesterday in that talk because I think it has more of an impact when you just hear some beautiful music and you see the events. I think it has more of an impact than. And believe it or not, the thing that was holding me up making videos in the past that made it sometimes more difficult to make them so that they'd end up coming up later in the day was literally just music. So I was like, you know what? I'm realizing that's a problem. So I started to focus on getting some good music, and I have some good music now that I feel like suits different moods and different situations. So, you know, we're getting more videos out. But it's not about getting videos out. This isn't about entertainment, even though it is entertaining. It's about knowing the truth of what's going on. Anyway, so what you got here, that's why I told you. Like, that's how I predicted it. I created a solar flare. As the sun is opening in heaven, the light of heaven, Jesus Christ, rushes in protons, electrons, neutrons to change the whole history and the future of the world. And yeah, sometimes it'll actually happen before I do it. And I wouldn't be surprised if the earthquake we had and the solar flare were related to what I was going to do today. More so than actually being 7 days before the 7th. Tonga was literally caused by a solar flare on the 14th, 7 plus 7, like I said. And yeah, then it hit the earth. The volcanoes absorbed the energy, caused volcanic activity, caused the earthquakes, which moved the seas and the roaring of the seas and all that. It's not the opposite of the way around. These people are crazy. And even comment on the original post, I think it's actually, well, I didn't say think. I said, what if I told you it was actually the opposite that happened? In essence, that's what I said. And I gave him a link to the video of me predicting it. And yeah, so that's the whole point of this video. And that's literally what blew down the asteroid in Russia. And This is why your skies are red right now, is because there's certain parts of the atmosphere that have different colors, you see? And this is the red part, because my power is now down to the ground level. And this one guy was talking about how it shook the whole world. Like, they downgrade these things. They've been doing that for a while now. And that's signs of the presence of the Son of Man. These are the days of the Son of Man. Every eye will see it. It's like you see the sun. And just like when they close their eyes and they see the light shine from one end of heaven to the other, when they twinkle their eyes, when they close their eyes, they see it. Every eye will see the King in his day. And that's the only time they can see. So yeah, I took some old powers, some new powers, made some new powers. There's some old powers that I wasn't using that I reintroduced. I might give you a picture of one of them at the beginning of this. Because I had literally took a lead vest, equivalent basically, covered my chest with it. There's some other anti-radiation stuff. Made that power a while ago, but I wasn't using it. Using some other ones because I wanted to test their effectiveness. Now I'm reintroducing that. And they didn't believe that thing could do X-flares. They weren't paying any attention to it. I told them this a while ago. I can use any sunspot. I can create sunspots whenever I want. It's just all to me and all to the Son of God, Jesus Christ, Yeshua Mashiach, Jesus Christos. I like to call him Jesus Christ because I have a field experience with that, making demons flee when I use that word, when I use his name. So I trust that name. It worked. It's the one I like to use. But yeah, they didn't believe this flare could do that, You're gonna see how small it was. Like, the percentages were like non-existent for X-flare. That's why I said it was an impossible flare. But as you can see, it actually has developed the red and the blue and the green and the orange and the yellow, the rainbow, usual powers. That's why I told you I embrace this. It's got to do with magnetism. Everything is magnetism, the ether. The stars are literally moved about in the heavens by the ether. That's why they flip-flop, which would not happen on a ball Earth. The stars of heaven are not in the firmament of a ball Earth. They're in the firmament of a flat Earth. And you guys don't even know the actual shape of the Earth is actually like an upside down Christmas tree. It's extremely deep. They'll never be able to dig that far. It's about 5 or 6 or 7 times more deep than the Earth is wide. They're never going to dig that deep. They could dig forever. They'll never reach the bottom. They'll probably run into underground civilizations. But the main reason it's able to do this is because those big filaments to the north and the south, at the north and south poles of this individual power that I created, like an angel. I've noticed that these sunspots tend to reflect certain powers that I'm creating. That's what I noticed about them. Interesting. I ended up using these two songs. It was just by chance that I liked both of them, how they flowed together. Because I had a Batman and a Snowball. Like I had two cats named Batman and a Snowball. And then here you get to see some cool things that had been going on. That's some Trinidadian people that, obviously a lot of Hebrews are in Trinidad. Like, you got the Indian looking ones that are original Hebrews that didn't get whitewashed and blackwashed over there so much. And then you have the more African looking ones, who are really the Africans that they try to act like we are, but we're not. Oh, they want to not let my video play. That's not very nice though. I already decoded all this too. I'm still playing this game. But yeah, I almost married a girl from Trinidad too. She's very beautiful, and I'm happy I didn't, because she would have been a distraction. I saw all kinds of dreams about her. Like, my future would have been very different if I had been with her. I mean, I would have been rich or whatever, but I'm not sure I would have been able to focus and become who I really was meant to be. You know what I mean? I've been more worldly because of her, and I'm happy it didn't go down like that. Like, these people think there's some kind of archangels. There's only 4 archangels. None of them are named where the hell they named themselves. They gave themselves all kinds of commands. You see, like commander, sergeant. It's so cute. They really think they're the only ones witnessing of these things. Like, I literally create these things. They're just witnessing of what I'm creating. Those are the real chariots of the angels. Those up there, they're like lights. These other ones I'm not so sure about. But I included them because a lot of them were rainbow colored, and that's my sign. And I remember I saw what I thought was a Star Destroyer decloak over top of me. It had 3 edges to it like that, but it looked more like a Star Destroyer than these. Like, it had a longer, like, front to it, like it stretched out further like a Star Destroyer. It wasn't triangular so much like this, but it decloaked right over top of me. And it wanted me to see it. I saw a 30-foot man walking in the sky. I really wish I had caught it on camera. That would have been amazing. And then I noticed there was these beams coming down from one of the craft up there that were not decloaked. I'm not sure if it was a good guy or a bad guy. It should look like a bad guy though. I don't think he was a good guy. The good guys weren't. I would imagine were the ones that showed themselves freely. They were so big that Star Destroyer was so big it would dwarf that ship. It looked like it was basically the size of a whole, like the size of DC. Like, I was real close to DC, and it decloaked, and it looked like it was just covering the whole city damn near. A little bit smaller than DC. It was really big, at least a mile long, like just a couple of miles long, or maybe a few. It was tremendously big. It was bigger than that one over the top of that city right there. And yeah, I've seen all kinds of stuff, but yeah, you guys are trying to show this stuff and all that. I tried to share with them, you know, who I was and all that kind of stuff. Okay, there it goes. I thought just to make it run more smooth. Let me go over here. Go back here. Should be more smooth back here. Sorry, downloaded that. See what it should. But right here you get to see what happened. Like, they're lucky I didn't tongue them, man. Like, because, you know, it's just a small island. You know, it's Trinidad. You know, there's some people there that are trying to witness to them about what's going on. I'm a little annoyed that they're trying to act like they're in charge of this shit, like, when they're not. I thought it was really interesting they brought up the Elohim family, and it looked just like the 4 that surround the 5th. Right here. To me, that was very interesting. Like, I think they are receiving some kind of messages, like, but they call themselves archangels when they have no power. Like, they can't predict anything. They can't actually do anything. They don't have any video of them, the sun talking to them, like video of them with UFOs following them around. They just get other people's videos and then repost it. Like, they don't have power like I do. Like, they don't have a video of them glowing with the, like, you know, sardine stone and emerald. They don't have all these things like that I've been doing, like, that I can show proof of, you know what I mean? Like I say I'm gonna end the chemtrails, I end them. But it's interesting because you see how it's a 4 right here, you know, and then they have looks like 4 of them. One of them's female. It's like they actually seen them, and then there's a 5th one that they surround. Because that's what the 4 living beasts are about. They surround the 5th. That's what the 4 that surround the Lamb of God are about. So I think these people are definitely seeing things, but you know, but to claim that they're archangels is disgusting to me. Like, I know damn well they're not archangels. I am all for the archangels. There are no other besides me. But that's why they're archangels. They're not lesser angels. They're not lesser messengers. And they're right about Michael. Like, I don't stand up unless it's times of trouble. Like, that's why I said, like, if I was with that woman, like she was a dime, bro. Like, she had like perfect body. Like, she ran track, had a huge booty, but petite, nice boobs, all that, man. Like really nice lips. Like stuff that other people, these Caucasian people that are jealous and all that, would make fun of, and then get injections in their lips to try and mimic or whatever. And I'm mad they keep playing my music, bro. Just like, can they get off my nuts for a second like me? Like, I had all this shit except for the other song already buffered, man. Like, this shit shouldn't be playing this game, bro. You see how even the waterfall's doing that shit again? Oh, this is really annoying. You know what? Close that shit. Open this shit real quick. Just playing games. But yeah, this is why I make videos, to try and warn y'all, because like, if people have been paying attention, you know, like they might have had some kind of warning about Tonga, for example, and you know, things probably would have been less problematic for them. Like I don't know, it probably wouldn't have helped much. But I'm mad they keep pausing my music though, man. Why are they pausing my music? Well, let's just go back. This is just ridiculous. This is the kind of shit they do, bro. That's alright, so it's just disappointing that these people act like the archangel, bro. Like, they ain't no archangel, bro. Like, there's only me. It's just me. And that's why you got these 4 with the wheels within the wheels. And then it makes me wonder about when they show this part right here. That part I just went past. Like, let's see what now. This is also very interesting, how the sea floor moved by 5,000 meters. 5,000 meters? Are you fucking kidding me, bro? Why didn't anybody talk about this except for them? You know, I liked how they were witnessing about these things. It's just annoying that, you know, I try and share with them who I am, and they don't get it because they're on their own fucking thing, trying to act like they're doing something. Like, when all they're doing is reposting some videos from other people, and they're just not predicting anything or doing anything. Like, that video of the sun talking to me, like, that video of UFOs watching me train. It followed me literally as I ran. It followed me. Like, you could see it turn, and it disappeared, and it reappeared. And like, I ended the chemtrails, and then COVID numbers are damn near down to nothing, to the point where China has to basically have a zero COVID policy to keep them locked down. Where it's just like, one person has COVID, they lock them all down. It's fucking ridiculous, bro. That's absolutely ridiculous. They should not be doing that to their people, bro. And then I think that one when the lights went out on those girls, it was a 7.0 earthquake. And I actually didn't mean to click on anything besides this. I wanted to I was trying to show you that was a 7.0 earthquake. I remember showing that on one of these, but for some reason it was gone when I went to it. And I've noticed that Facebook really is laggy as all hell. Like, it's somehow, when I clicked on the details, it made me come to that, which was very odd. But it was cool because it showed that wave and all that, was really cool. And then obviously that UFO was really interesting right there. And then they showed this UFO over top of there. I do this all the time, bro. I've been doing this for over a decade, bro. Like, I started learning how to manifest reality in 2009, and that's when the war started, really. Like, they've been coming after me my whole life, though I didn't really realize it till around that time, though. And yeah, I like these quotes, bro. Like, I really like these quotes. It's just so beautiful to me. And then the pictures are just so beautiful too. This is a guy that that I might be working with or whatnot. I'm not sure just yet. I have to check out the stuff and all that. See what he wants me to try and affiliate with. But I just thought his quotes were so wonderful. Like I want to make a page just full of quotes and stuff like that. Oh yeah, by the way, I made a new group on Facebook called The Signs in the Heavens and the Earth by the Son of Man. You can look it up, and it's just dedicated to things like science and stuff like that I produce, and predictions and all that kind of stuff, because I know I put a lot more than that on my BitChute and my YouTube. So if you're just interested in looking at those type of things, you can join that group. It's public. I'm only gonna allow people to post things that are related to, like, you know, like event, like signs of the heavens and all that kind of stuff. And if it's not like up to the standards that I want, I'm just gonna delete it. You know, you can post it freely though. But if I get a lot of traction and a lot of people are coming there, and trolls start posting a lot of bullshit and spam, I'm gonna have to just make it like, I'm gonna have to approve it. But for now, you can post whatever, man. It's gonna go right up. I ain't like these so-called Christian channels where you gotta get approval just to post shit. Nah, man, you can post freely. Not down with all that censorship bullshit, bro. I want people to freely post. But like I said, you gotta keep it on topic. Don't be just posting a whole bunch of bullshit. And I'm gonna make a whole nother one where you can post quotes like these, like really positive quotes, because I wanna create a positive environment as well for that. And it's just gonna be beautiful, man. I had dreams about these kind of cars and stuff that like I had a dream about meeting this situation where I'm extremely rich in heaven. It's just a matter of time until it manifests on this realm. But the annoying thing is the two witnesses, God is kind of a stickler. He did say I was going to be in sackcloth and ashes while witnessing. I'm not sure if I'm past that phase. Definitely did see myself ascend to the throne exactly a month ago, which is amazing to me that just so happened to be making this power today. And this great earthquake happened today as well. Pretty much a 7, like been telling you about the 7s and all that. And I think this one's probably my favorite out of all the things they posted. That one right there, it's just so beautiful. That's like the throne of heaven to me. Like, I actually have footage of it on my old page before they took it down. They removed 2 million views from it to mock me because I'm the two witnesses. And then they stopped me from getting subs around 4,000 because, the forever four, the four spirits of God, the family. You see right there, the 4 that surround the 5th. The 4 living beasts that basically create the firmament, the anti-gravity, perfect energy, the perfect power that God literally has his throne upon, the firmament, heaven itself. The division. infinite source of energy. That's why I like to use that picture that you see right there. That's my second page, you shine machine. You can see it right next to Richard Dunn, my friends. These are friends that I just somehow ended up with, Elliot Hall and Richard Dunn. I'm not racist, like I said. I'm mixed with everything. You can tell by looking at me. But I have particularly noticed that the straighter-haired people of all races, like probably not the Indians as much, like they they tend to be very racist towards people of color, and I know that's because of the serpent seed. They're the serpent seed. It started with Cain. Esau was another manifestation of this. And that's why they're so hateful towards us. They constantly post all this hateful stuff. Like, they post basically news articles about people that are either Canaanites, sometimes people of color, that have been, like they don't think about Black Wall Street when they used to wear suits and they were richer than White Wall Street because White Wall Street wasted all their money in wars and stuff. But they want to post after how they brought all these drugs in their neighborhoods, like gave them gangster rap, killed all their leaders off. Like, these people are very evil, and they don't want to talk about how they're actually causing all the real evil on the planet. Like, I don't need to list it all. It just really annoys me that they do that, and it's just trying to push the agenda, trying to start some kind of race war and stuff like that, and trying to make somebody look bad that really has no power to cause any real problems. You need to be worried about me if you're going to worry about anybody that's colored. The only one that's a real threat, and I'm beyond a threat. I'm going to destroy you people. I'm going to destroy you all. I'm going to give you twofold what you gave these people. And y'all going to go into servitude to these people. And I'm going to bless these people just because of what you did to them. And you wouldn't even have power to have no control over them if I didn't put them under that 400-year curse, which began in Brazil and ended in Brazil. And I'm going to rebuke y'all for your evil inventions. And I'm going to show you the torments you're going to be tormented with for eternity, called karma, based on all the evils y'all have done. And it's sad that y'all can't even see the truth. It's interesting because 1/3 of Caucasian people have an active pineal gland, so maybe 1/3 of them can see. And then 2/3 of African American people is a mixed group, so I'm assuming a lot of the 1/3 that can't see, that don't have a pineal gland, they dissect the people that died in Vietnam. That's how they figured this out. 2/3 of them they had a pineal gland, so that's interesting. 1/3 of Caucasians and 2/3 of the other guys. And then they talk about cutting off 1/3. So it's interesting. So there's some hope for these people. Some of them obviously are pretty good. Obviously, I'm mixed with the two. But yeah, it's just a shame. They do these things and they act like nobody sees through their lies because like they're blind. Like, this is why God talked in parables. Because they literally can't understand it. They don't understand that the whole world sees what they're doing here. And even the Jews are smart enough, the fake Jews, are smart enough to try and side with these people because they understand what it's really about. But we all know every time they put someone up there, it's usually a woman, because the black woman basically sold out the people of color. The white liberal women came to them, and this is actually recorded. This is real. And white liberal women, the worst of the worst, came to them and they wanted to destroy them some more. So they infiltrated their family, because the women of color were pretty strong in the civil rights movement. And then they brought those people on board, but not the men, because the men are the real threat. And they usually just side with the Canaanite women. Like the woman that they just brought in as the House Speaker is a Canaanite woman. Like that one that looked like she shifted on camera. That was at the United Nations thing. She was a Canaanite, and she did shapeshift. That's what they look like. They can look like all kinds of oddities. And then the woman that I think they brought her in the Supreme Court is another Canaanite. They'll never support the women. I mean, the real people, the Hebrews. And that's why China's at war with India right now, because they're one of the original people and Shemitic people, and that's why they're always over in the Middle East trying to destabilize them and stuff like that. Anyways, enough about that stuff. You guys see that I was right, like usual. This is what a Shemitic person looks like, man. Even though I'm mixed, but I have very strong Shemitic features that just come out, you know what I mean? And people think I'm from Ethiopia or something like that, but I'm just mixed. Mixed with pretty much everything. Some people thought I was Asian, which I am part Asian. But they thought I was straight Asian until they saw me at the swimming pool. This girl I was dating, this woman I was dating, she saw me at the swimming pool. She was like, "Oh, I thought you were Asian." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm part, but yeah, you could tell." When I got wet in my swimming pool out, but the swimming pool out, not exactly just that. Yeah. Quite blessed by God, I've had a lot of haters. Can't tell right here, but my nose been broke a lot. Like, that's why certain angles, like you can tell, been broke. A lot of haters, a lot of scars on my face. Like on my left side of my cheek, it looks like on the bottom part, like I had that scar. I mean, I had that stitches right there. I had so much shit, man. I got jumped so many times by haters and shit. And a true alpha, like, it's people think when you're great that you're gonna have all the friends in the world. That's only if you're financially great or something like that, or like they can game for you. But most of the time, they're gonna actually hate on you. If you're an average person, you're more likely to have a lot of friends because they don't look at you as competition or a threat. And that's exactly why the people of color are hated by the people that are. It's just like Cain, bro. Like, that's the original sin, was jealousy, hate. That's why they hate the Shemitic people. Like, because they're balanced. They're in the Goldilocks zone. Not too hot, not too cold. Not a part of the white and black checkerboard. You guys should get it, but I'm not gonna be talking about that. I don't want to make this about that because there's enough of that going around. It's not what I'm into. But yeah, you guys should expect more events to happen because I'm creating the power today. It's the 11th anyway. It's usually events on the 11th anyway, and that's why God told you to observe the holy days, like Exodus and all that. And that's why you have these, like for example, in Passover, we're about to have a blood moon because of the echo. The power is so great it echoes through time. That's why I tell y'all to observe these things I do, because I'm constantly creating new holy days and y'all just don't even understand. Have a good day.